Adam versus Meruem. Human versus ant? In today's video, we're going to be answering who will win in the fight, Adam or Meruem. So stick around, make sure to subscribe and drop a like on today's video if you guys want to see more content like this in the future. Alright? So let's just hop right into this. Now, before we do the whole analysis of who will win the fight, and let's talk about the actual background of these two characters, so that way you guys can have a deeper understanding of how these characters will operate in a what if scenario if they were to fight in this battle. So first off, we're going to start off with Adam. So Adam, alright, he fought Zeus, and if you guys don't know, Zeus is one of the gods that are in the show of record of Ragnarok, right? And Adam is still a human at the end of the day. But keep in mind though, Adam possesses godly strength, and he was still able to inflict damage against Zeus. Keep in mind, like I said before, emphasis that Zeus is a god. These gods in record of Ragnarok had no idea what they were going to put themselves through in these battles between mankind versus gods. So the fact that Adam is a reflection of God's image, right? You guys have to understand that some of the things that he has under his kit is pretty impressive. Another example that we have is that Adam has durability equal or even greater to a god as well. So he's able to stay on his toes, be able to fight against Zeus and not be able to get touched on throughout the majority of the match. That's until towards the end of it where it kind of got heated. And then on top of that, Adam has a special ability called Eyes of the Lord. Now sadly, you know, once he lost his eyesight, it kind of went downhill from there. But at the same time though, he was still able to tank Zeus's attacks, even though at the end of the day he still lost his match. Now with the Eyes of the Lord, he was able to replicate anything that Zeus was able to do in the fight, and then do a counter attack like if he was Meliodas. So he has the third Tomo Sharingan, and he's also able to counter any type of godly attack that Zeus flicks upon him. Then there's more. Right, there's more to add on to it. With the Eyes of the Lord, right, Adam was able to surpass time that none of the gods were able to perceive during that specific scene where Zeus was able to stop time and everything just froze, like if Dio was there and he just did Zawardo. Adam was still able to react and then knock out Zeus for a long period of time, but sadly, you know, Zeus still got back up. But that was pretty impressive for a regular human being able to surpass time itself. But the real question that we have to ask ourselves is that, can Eyes of the Lord work on Meruem? Now, Meruem isn't a god, he's just the Ant King. Right, he's pretty much the top dog in the Hunter x Hunter universe during that time period where he was introduced in the anime. He's just the Ant King that has a lot of nin, and he was able to go against one of the best, strongest anime characters in his particular series, which is Netero. So let's just dive a little bit deeper on Meruem, and then we're going to answer that question afterwards. So Meruem works a little bit similar, same way how Adam works. He has a lot of strength, he has a lot of speed and reflexes, he has immense stamina, insane durability, and that was showcased during the fight with Netero, because when Netero was using those Buddha statues and constantly just slapping him around across the map, this man Meruem just constantly kept getting back up, bro. He was resilient, right? And he was just constantly going back over and over, and he was able to eventually remove some of his limbs, right? And that was pretty impressive because the amount of Buddha hands just slapping this man's ass around the map, it was insane. So with Meruem being a specialist, he owns a lot of nin aura. And then on top of that, with the whole specialist class, if you guys don't know, in the world of Hunter x Hunter, they are different compared to the other categories that are listed in the Hunter x Hunter series altogether, ranging from able to predict into the future all the way up to stealing people's abilities. Now, one of those traits that Meruem possesses was, one of them is, you know, stealing people's abilities, obviously, because when he absorbed his Royal Guard's abilities, he was able to enhance his strength. Then on top of that, you could say he's technically predicting the future, just due to the fact that, you know, since he's fighting all those Buddha hands that is attacking him, it seems as though, you know, he's putting a lot of intellect and thought and process around of, you know, trying to maneuver around Netero in order to remove those limbs in that battle. Then on top of that, he didn't win the fight, but he was still able to survive that whole nuclear explosion. Now, it did took the help of his royal guards, but it's pretty impressive. Now, the thing that killed him was the poison that was within him. right? And then he eventually died. So the real question is how would this battle turn out, right? Because I gave you guys the breakdown. Now we're going to answer some of the main questions, like I said before, with the eyes of the Lord. Another question that we can ask yourself is, where is this battle being taken place at? So for starters, with the eyes of the Lord thing, like I mentioned earlier, right? For this situation, I think is most likely the eyes of the Lord will work against Meruem, because one, if Adam could, you know, adapt to the gods, right, when he's countering and using these different techniques, and Meruem is not even a god, he's below a god, right? He's just an ant king, right? Well, in his verse, he's pretty much, like I said before, the top person in his verse. Now, I would say eyes of the Lord will work on him because of the fact that if the move could work against gods, I feel like it should work against lower species. So like humans, for example, ant kings, anybody that are not in the realm of a god, right? If Meruem is able to stay in a position where his stamina is, you know, in a good position where he doesn't have to be drained out of a lot of his energy to kill Adam, then I think, you know, Meruem may potentially win this battle. But let me dive a little bit deeper on this, right? Now, in terms of the location of the battle, it won't be taking place in the world of Record of Ragnarok, right? The reason why I say that is because I'm going to put Adam in a more canon crossover way, if that makes sense. So let me explain, right? We're gonna put in a scenario as if Adam was to have a spot in the world of Record of Ragnarok before he fights Zeus. So if Adam could defeat Meruem in this battle, then he will be able to have the slot to fight Zeus. Now, it will still be the same canon timeline, but at the same time though, I feel like it will all tie in together, because, you know, there's levels to it, right? If Adam could defeat one of the top species that are above a human, you know, which is the ant king himself, Meruem, then he could work his way up to a higher species and then eventually fight a god. So in this location, it will be an open field, right? Similar to where Meruem fought Netero in the world of Hunter x Hunter. There's two scenarios. One scenario is Adam winning this fight, and then the other scenario is Meruem could win the fight, right? The first scenario is that Adam wins because of the fact that, you know, eyes of the Lord is going to be potentially, not even potentially, is going to be carrying him throughout the full duration of the fight, right? Because majority of Meruem's abilities revolve around hand-to-hand combat and his insane speed and reflexes, right? And the fact that Adam could react to Zeus, I don't know the exact time, but I'm gonna put it on screen right now. If Adam could react to that, where time itself is being stopped, I'm pretty sure Adam could react to Meruem when it comes to him just constantly approach him in the heat of battle. Since he's already the reflection of God, you know, and all these different gods and stuff, I feel like he'll be able to have the damage and the output to afflict upon Meruem in the first place in order to, you know, kill him and potentially put him in the ground where he's just looking like pretty much this guy that Kurapika could bury in Hunter x Hunter. Now, the reason why I say that Meruem could potentially win is because same situation how Adam lost his fight. The moment that Adam had the blood touch his eye of the Lord, it just went downhill, right? And keep in mind, Adam is just a human at the end of the day. So if Meruem could use his stamina to the point where, you know, since he has a lot of pain tolerance and, you know, he could potentially survive against, you know, these hits, then I feel like Meruem could use his stamina and try to find a way to remove Adam's eyes, or even afflict something in his eye, maybe like some blood or some dust in his face in the heat of battle, in order to, you know, weaken Adam in a more shittier state that he can fight him or defeat him in battle. So those are the two logical situations, because at the end of the day, reflecting on that battle between Adam versus Zeus, Zeus stated that if it was a battle of durability, you know, Adam would have won, even though he lost, but, you know, he died, right? But with Adam, you know, if he could just survive long enough and afflict enough damage against Meruem and constantly counter him to death, then Adam would take the dub. But as for Meruem, it'll be in Meruem's best interest to tire Adam to the point where, you know, one, he remove his eyesight or make it to where it's hard for him to react to Meruem's moves, and then, you know, Meruem gets the dub. Or, you know, he doesn't do that and Adam just, you know, gets him in a position where, you know, he kills him, right? Because of the eyes of the Lord saving him in battle. So in conclusion, both combatants are both capable of winning this fight. It all comes down to two things, right? Stamina and damage. Stamina and damage at the end of the day, right? If Adam runs out of stamina, then he's screwed, especially if the eyes of the Lord gets removed in battle. Now, if Meruem could tire Adam to the point where he can't fight him, then, you know, Meruem will get the dub. So I would say, personally speaking, with all the hacks and things that's under Adam's skill set, I feel like Adam could get the dub. I feel like he'd get the dub. Just the fact alone that he was able to put Zeus on his knees. On his knees, right? So in conclusion, I think Adam would get this dub. But let me know in the comment section down below, how do you guys feel about this? Do you think Adam will win the fight, or do you think Meruem will win this fight? Let me know. If you guys have any other suggestions for what if fights, let me know in the comment section down below, and we can have a video about this in the near future, and we can have a discussion about this particular fight that I have for you guys today. Alright, but thank you guys for watching the video. I want to apologize for my long-awaited absence on this channel. I've been busy recently on my main channel, but you know, I'm gonna try to produce more content for you guys, so make sure you guys have your notifications on. More bigger content coming soon, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace.